Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. I'm Alex and I hope you're having a great day. So here's a turn up for the books. Talk about off the charts hypocrisy. Here we see in the Daily Mail. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle renew their campaign against the UK media as they back a fierce attack on industry body that represents editors. So now Meghan and Harry have a campaign against the UK media. They have some nerve to accuse them of that, the tabloids accusing Meghan and Harry of waging a campaign when it is them who are guilty of waging campaigns. The UK media have been all involved in a smear campaign against them for the past 2 years. The tabloids have put out numerous negative stories every day, designed to smear their name and destroy their character, and to turn people against them, and this article is also doing that, by accusing them of the very crime they are doing. It says here the Sussexes have renewed their campaign against the British media after backing a fierce attack on the industry body that represents newspaper editors. Archewell, the couple's campaign and media organisation, has thrown its support behind a group of journalists who accuse the Society of Editors of a ham-fisted blanket denial of racism. The move could reignite the row sparked during the couple's interview with Oprah Winfrey in March, when Prince Harry claimed the UK tabloid media was bigoted and created a toxic environment of control and fear. ITV, which bought the UK rights to the interview, was later forced to edit out some misleading and distorted headlines which portrayed British press coverage of the couple as racist. Society of Editors Executive Director Ian Murray said the couple's accusations were not acceptable, and the UK media has a proud record of calling out racism. However, his comments prompted a backlash that led to his resignation and the postponement of the Society's press awards. Some 123 journalists, 36 of whom for the left-leaning Guardian last week issued a letter in which they accused the Society of failure of moral leadership. Supporting the letter, Archewell said it was seeking to bring awareness to a coalition of UK journalists calling for stronger initiatives to combat the underrepresentation, inequity and racial bigotry that still persists in this important industry. Looking at the Daily Mail article and looking at the comments, at the time of making this video, there were nearly 1,000 comments, nearly all of them with a negative opinion of Meghan and Harry. It really shows how easily led the public are and how little understanding they have of how the media works, and how controlled the opinions are by the media. There are many complaints saying how they are sick of hearing about Meghan and Harry, but fail to realise how they come to that conclusion. They come to that conclusion because they hear about them through the filter of the UK media and tabloids, and that filter is toxic. There is a smear campaign against them, and tabloids like the Daily Mail, who have consistently reported them in a negative light, do this in order to turn the public against them. Yet in these comments they fail to realise that they have been effectively brainwashed by the media. It's sad to see how people are so easily swayed by a duplicitous mainstream media, and to this day fail to realise the power of the media at controlling society and the opinions of society, which in the case of Meghan and Harry is clearly an example of creating an artificial public image of them over a number of years through consistent negative reporting. People need to be very wary of the media, because if they can convince people of this, they can convince them of anything. The main problem for the toxic press is that they still want to use Meghan and Harry's names in the stories and associate them with the royal family, because they know they will get clicks for the stories and therefore bring in attention to the firm, who are very lackluster when it comes to public relations, and are desperate for the Meghan and Harry magic to rub off on them. And if this story is true, it seems Meghan and Harry don't want to be associated with them in the media much anymore, or have plans to come and visit very much, if at all. Prince Harry may have left the UK forever as Frogmore Cottage cleared out amid palace fears over books. Prince Harry's remaining belongings have been taken from Frogmore Cottage and placed into storage. Windsor Castle staff stripped his and his wife's Meghan's living quarters and bedroom after he flew back to California following the unveiling of Princess Di's statue on July the 1st. Once again, I believe this to be another nonsense story which makes out that the firm took all of Harry's belongings out of the house. It seems pretty clear that this was most probably by Harry's request, seeing that it happened around the time he was over for the unveiling of the Diana statue. Harry most probably requested to get whatever belongings they had that were still in Frogmore Cottage and asked for them to be sent over to the USA, because they have no plans on coming back anytime soon. And because of that, the tabloids have to spin it so that it was Windsor who have stripped Frogmore of their belongings, because the tabloids have to paint this fantasy narrative that the royal family are all powerful and always in control, when this is patently not true. The article continues, "It is not known who ordered his belongings, said to include framed pictures to be boxed up and left at the nearby castle." It is not known? It says, let's take a guess. They are Harry's belongings. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that it is Harry who made the order. It continues, but it has sparked claims Harry and Meghan may never return to Frogmore and will hand the luxury cottage back when the rental deals run out next April. Royal sources say it is impossible to conceive the couple will return for next year's Queen's Platinum Jubilee after Harry agreed to pen a tell-all memoir. Once again, the tabloids can't put across this idea that it could possibly be conceivable that Meghan and Harry don't want to come back or have no interest in the Platinum Jubilee, and that they are happy to be as far away as possible and doing far better financially without them. The image the tabloids have to continue painting to the public is that the royal family are in control of the Meghan and Harry situation, that they have the upper hand, that they decide what will happen in the future, and that they were not dumped by Meghan and Harry, when the exact opposite is true. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time.